Om Gyana Timanandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshura Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Guruve Gauda Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Narayani Namane Shri Krishna Lila Katani Sudaksham Adhaurya Madhurya Gunashayuktam Puram Vuranyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Shtasha Namami Shri Chaitanya Manobhishnam Shtapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Swapadantikam Anandalilamaya Vigrahaya Hemavadivyas Chavisundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Barebacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sadhavats, all the devotees, this is such a lovely event. I don't feel like I belong as a speaker, but somehow or other it's happening. So I have to make the most of this opportunity. So thank you for inviting me. I wanted to start, I know that there's limited time, so I want to make sure I can read my poem that I wrote for the Centennial Offering. I'm going to read here. So I don't know how that's being shared, if that will be something that everyone could see at any time, but I'm going to read it for you all now. O Gurudev, there is a poem about a simple man who tries climbing to heaven by stairs. He finds himself completely fallen, so lost and hopeless in his despair. At his lowest point of despondency, when all seemed lost, he writes a plea. And lo, when hope had ceased to be, my God came down the stairs to me. This poem was just to illustrate a potent yet very powerful truth, that when we are at our lowest point, mercy will always come for you. I've yet to realize any of the truths that you've shared. I've yet to put into practice this process beyond compare. I've yet to understand just how much you really care, and I've yet to come to terms with my fear and prepare. For you have come to save me and every jiva too. You have not come sharing anything that's new. You represent your Gurudev and of course Mahaprabhu. You emphasize his teachings and this practice tried and true. You came to give the deeper meanings of Brajmandal Parikram. You came to alleviate our suffering by sharing Tatenu Kampam. You prioritize learning verses like Anya Bilashita Shunyam, and you shed light on the highest thing, Udatoj Valarasam Svabhakti Shriyam. O Gurudev, what words can I write that would do justice to your grace? The mercy that you shared with all is unrivaled in this filthy place. O Gurudev, what can I do to appreciate? In the words of our Bhakti Vinod Thakur, that man is made to live in love, the beauteous heaven's embrace. O Gurudev, I live but love's beyond my grasp. Just the fact that I live at all is mercy at its best. For you have given me the chance to try and try again. So I offer you this poem from my heart through my pen. So I wrote this poem when I first was trying to come up with an offering. I was getting very intellectual. And so I was writing all these things, and I'm thinking, this is not at all from the heart. This is just stimulating my God. So what does Gurudev want? He wants my heart. So I have to try to put that into words, which is impossible. Sri Mahabodhi Prabhu, he had an interaction with Srila Gurudeva where Srila Gurudeva had said to him that, how will you repay me for all I've given you? And I don't know if Prabhu will be able to share this pastime personally, but I don't know if he already did earlier. I'm not sure if he's speaking. And he said, I can't, but I must try. And Gurudev said, yes, you must try. Another time, Sripad Padmanabh Maharaj was there. They're discussing how to manage the society in the future, 2009 in Hawaii. And Gurudev was saying that There's no hope for everyone to just work together forever and ever. It's gonna have problems, fall apart. And they're saying, oh, what will we do? Should we try? And he said, yes, to try is bhakti. So we must try. We must be able to pick ourselves up and try again and again without any feeling of discouragement, because Srila Gurudeva is the one who's actually getting the result for us. All we can control is that there's some desire in our heart to endeavor. And when we make that, then Srila Gurudev arranges the result according to the sincerity in our hearts. Pujapad Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj, he would say that simplicity is Vaishnavism. This simplicity is that dependent on how you approach the sadhu, dependent on how you approach guru, then you can be receiving mercy or cheating. And so if your heart is simple and open, allowed to be filled up by the sweet moods of that personality you're approaching, then you can really dive into this process and you'll get mercy. But if your heart is full to the brim with your own conceptions, your own ideas, your own aspirations for your material gain, then you will be cheated. And so Srila Gurudev, he was so sweet that even if we would try to come to him with our own moods and our own desires, he would still capture our hearts. Even if we try to show up with our own agenda, he would still make it his agenda. Look how we're all together here in this circumstance. Every one of you, certainly myself, we've all had different plans for how 2020 and how 2021 would go. And Srila Gurudev made it his plans. None of our plans are working out like we thought. There's a Christian saying that man plans and God laughs. Man plans and Gurudev laughs. Because we can't control. And so I wanted to touch on something that I feel is really important, and is a couple of things. One is Srila Gurudev's speciality. So looking at Srila Gurudev's speciality, some unique contribution he gave, we're going to see now, because Yoshodhari Mataji, she had spoken before that His Holiness Radhanath Swami will be speaking tomorrow. Srila Gurudev had this magnanimous mood of inclusivity. Srila Param Gurudev, he wrote that the 26 Vaishnava qualities, they manifest in accordance to one chief quality, Krishnaika Sharana, one-point exclusive devotion to Krishna. Srila Gurudev was one-point exclusive devotion, Srimati Radhika, so even higher. And so his exclusive devotion facilitates in such a unique way that all the other Vaishnava qualities were manifest in the highest level. And so his magnanimity, his humility, his gravity was all present. And he was able to bring under his shelter all varieties of Vaishnavas from all different sanghas. In fact, I would dare to say it's very unlikely that there ever was or ever will be a sangha with such a collection of senior Vaishnavas surrendering at the feet of an acharya who had initiation in Diksha or sannyas from other places. But because Gurudev's mood was so unifying, they felt drawn that I can be nourished here, that I can develop here, that I can actually put my heart safely at his feet. I see my Gurudev manifesting in him. This particular unique speciality is not something that's so common. Many advanced Vaishnavas there, many advanced sadhus there. But a personality that can attract all different types of hearts, who can actually attract all different types of moods, and they lay all that at his feet. This is our Srila Gurudev. Really unique. And he made sure that in our lineage, there's specific focuses, and Mahaprabhu's mood has a specific thing that we're seeking after. And he did not want that to be lost. I think Sripad Pabana Maharaj was speaking on these books being so important. Our Srila Gurudev wanted to ensure that the real heartbeat of our Sampradaya wasn't covered over by fear of becoming Sahaja. Because at the time of Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, there was a lot of restriction on speaking high katha, ras katha. But our Srila Gurudev recognized that restriction if we continue it generation to generation, we'll end up not knowing what is the real purpose of this life. What are we really seeking after? So he wanted to ensure that we never lost this. And he was so effective at reconciling seemingly impossibly controversial points. No matter the subject matter, Srila Gurudev always knew the best way to give us the proper understanding. On topics like Srila Jiva Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami and the interaction that Srila Jiva Goswami had with Sri Vallabhacharya, how can we reconcile the breach of etiquette of Srila Jiva Goswami versus the defense of Guru? Srila Gurudev elaborate. How can you look at that? How can you understand that? Yes, you must defend Guru. On topics like how the Vaishnavas are Trikalagya, how they know all, how they have omniscience like Krishna. Then when things are happening under the auspice and shelter of Vaishnavas, how can we understand if they're all knowing? If they completely know everything, then how can we understand that bad things can happen under their care? Our Srila Gurudev gave the reconciliation here that the Vaishnava has the qualities like Krishna. So Krishna, he has this quality of omniscience, Sarvagya, and he also has a quality of forgetfulness, Mugdha. So our Vaishnavas, the Vaishnavacharyas, they have these qualities as well. So Srila Gurudev was able to give this reconciliation so we could properly understand and not have even one sesame seed of doubt in any bona fide Vaishnavas in our line. Because why? Srila Gurudev would always emphasize, Guru Nishta is the backbone of bhakti. So unless we can become firm and fixed in our faith in Guru, it's impossible for us to build anything in our Krishna conscious endeavor. And so he wanted to make sure that all seeming contradictions he could reconcile, all seeming lack of clarifications in our understanding he can reconcile. And so he's been there, and he's still here, available for us to access, for us to understand and imbibe his moods. Pujapad Srila Gauragovinda Maharaj, he says, association means to imbibe the mood of the sadhu. So if one can sit humbly at the scriptures written by Srila Gurudev, at the scriptures written by our acharyas, on YouTube, watching videos of our acharyas, and open-hearted accept and imbibe the moods of those personalities, then one can start to actually become a real disciple. So I'm praying that Amito Kangala Krishna Krishna Bole, I am praying that I'm chasing after Srila Gurudev. I am praying that you have Krishna. So I'm chasing after you, that you have Krishna, you have Krishna. So you please let me catch on to your feet. Bring me to Krishna. So Vansha Kalpa Tirubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Padevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
So much you just said in such a short space of time that really touched my heart, and I'm sure touched the hearts of all of you. One of the things in your poem, you wrote, when you are at your lowest point, mercy will come to you. And I think that that really resonates with me. I'm sure that really resonates with a lot of other devotees. And you were talking about this battle between the writing intellectually and writing from the heart. I think if we look in the songbook, we see the poetry of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur and other Vaishnavas. They write in such a structured way, but in that structured manner, they manage to express their heart so much. So similarly, you wrote in a structured manner with a clear meter and rhyme scheme, but still you managed to perfectly express your heart. So I'm really looking forward to rereading your poem. I'm sure we're going to be able to share it with all the Vaishnavas. So thank you so much for your offering. Really appreciate it.